What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to Gibraltar United. So, for the first time in our history, we're at the third qualifying phase. We got Dynamo, quite a hard team, yes. Definitely not the hardest team we could have potentially got. We weren't in the same group as them, but in Group 1, we were in Group 2. A bit like the second qualifying phase, it's divided up into groups. In Group 1, there were Galatasaray. We were, like I said, we couldn't have got them because we were in a different group than them, but that shows how big some of the teams are in the third qualifying phase. So, Dynamo are a team that, according to, well, from what I can see, we could potentially beat. Now, this is my scout. Oh, no, wait, this has changed. When my scout originally scouted these players, he told me they were around our level. Obviously, they're not currently right now. That's changed. But, you know, I'm going to remain optimistic. I've got to remain optimistic. And hopefully, we can go out there and perform like we did in the second leg against HJK. Now, they so far have won 5-0 and 5-1 and 2-1. So, as we can see, their home form is going to be where they're going to play better. So, I believe we're at home first. So, that will be obviously... Oh, no, we're away from home first. So, today, we need to perform really well. We need to be on it. We need to be pretty much pulling in 100% throughout the whole game. Here is, for example, look at that draw there. Galatasaray Hearts. That's going to be a hell of a game. There are a lot of good games, actually, in this draw. But let's go. Let's continue forward into the match preview and team selection. So 18,000 people are going to be here. I don't remember. That might be the highest ever crowd we've played in front of. So that would be quite, something nice for the team. But let's run through the team because a few people have returned from injuries. The two that have are Romo Perez and Dan Morgan. So that's a massive boost. The fact that we can have a centre-back who's played here for a while coming into the team. Sakoni has done well for his 2 games that he's played, but I'm going to put Romo Perez in because he can speak English. I think he can speak English. Sakoni can't. That should help benefit a bit of communication in the defence. Hopefully that will help. I actually don't know if Albi can actually speak English yet. Because you see, he's Italian and Sakoni's Italian. So the fact that they were both on the same side could have helped the team a little bit. But either way, we're going to go with that. We're going to put Perez in. And the centre of the pitch as well, we have Dan Morgan returning, which is really, really good. Luca Varana, who... again, didn't do too badly in the previous 2 games against HJK, but I would always prefer Dan Morgan. Again, been here for a while, is is already a part of the team, is already knows his teammates and stuff like that, speaks the language as well. There's just so many benefits of him coming back, plus he's a better player. So, yeah, this is the team we're going to go out with today. Smith in goal, Ibondo right back, Albi left back, and Almari and Perez as centre backs. Morgan right mid, Moody left mid, and Morgan and Ojeda centre mids, and up front Sanchez and Saidi, because of course Alvaro and Miller are still both out injured. Now, this is a slightly different formation than what we played in our previous 2 fixtures. On previous 2 rounds of this competition. We're still going out there with controlled mentality. However, we've now changed our team shape from fluid back to flexible. I didn't want to go with structures. I kept flexible. I thought that's going to give us enough freedom. The instructions are to retain possession, shorter passing, close down more, get stuck in, and have a much lower tempo. We want to try and kill the game off with no speed. And also player instructions, they've been altered a little bit. They're slightly different than previous ones. Goalkeeper, pass it shorter, distribute to fullbacks, play it, roll it out, and slow down pace. Both fullbacks have these on. Morgan has shoot less often. Both wingers has closed down more and fewer risky passes. Ojeda has closed down more and cross more often. Target man has shoot more often, close down more, fewer risky passes. And also we have the same roles, or the same instructions for Saidi in the advanced forward role. So, let's go out there. Let's see what we can do. Because, let's face it, the fact that we've got to this round of the competition is going to be a massive boost. We pick up a lot more money. I think it's, 120 more thousand. But then we also go into the Europa League if we are knocked out at this stage. We're going to the Europa League. First round, I believe it is, the one before the group stages. We'll most probably get a really difficult draw in that game, in Europa League. But then we get money for being knocked out of the Europa League. So we're going to get a lot of money this year, no matter what. But let's hope that we can put in a performance here today and give ourselves something that we can use or look to build on in the second leg. I don't want to really comment on that personally. I know Sakoni played well, but Perez is a better player apparently, and like I say, he's been here for a while. He can speak the language. I want to play Perez. So here we go, Dynamo Gibraltar United. Let's hope the fact I'm playing Perez doesn't come back and bite me in the arse. I feel like it's going to, because they've brought it up. And straight away, Dynamo are on the attack in the first 20 seconds, and they get a shot away as well, and it was quite a dangerous shot, and it was Perez who was dragged out of position where they were able to find the gap. So, 4 minutes into the game, 68% of the ball coming our way, but that's still not enough to really dictate if we're going to control the match or not. And by the looks of it, 17 minutes in, we are controlling the possession. That doesn't really mean much with a team with the quality of Dynamo, because with the 30-40% that they're getting, they could obviously counter-attack quickly, which they've done right now, and score a goal, which they were unable to do. Smith making himself big on the floor and able to parry that one away from a corner, but unable to keep the corner out. Tokic is able to make up for the missed opportunity a second ago, and it is Dynamo who take a 1-0 lead. I can't help but notice how little fans we have in our section. Oh, man. But yeah, we're full 1-0 behind, and that is, of course, a real shame. Albi apparently at fault for the goal. I don't know why. His rating's gone down a little. Though they did attack through the middle, so I don't know why he's the one being currently affected by that rating. But if we can come in 1-0, that's not a massive thing. We can still get something out of this game. Really, an away goal. If we could score an away goal in this match, that would be incredible. Even if we lost it 2-1, the away goal would be incredible. So I'm not going to really panic yet. What I'm actually going to do is change the instructions quickly and have a lower tempo. And I think I'll start making some subs. Actually, we can't, so that tactical change has gone through. We'll make some subs now. I kind of want to take Albi off, and I think I'm going to put Sacconi at that left-back role. And apart from that, there's no one on the bench that I say will improve the team. So as a result, I don't really want to make another sub. Fitness would be the only reason I'll make a sub from this point on. Dan Morgan picking up the first yellow card for our team of the game. And let's change it to a more fluid tempo, fluid mentality. And actually, here's a chance for us now. Here is Saidi to Moody on that left-hand side. He's been brought down. Was unable to get the ball in, which is not good. And this could be a counter-attack again for Dynamo. Oh, Morgan's going to get himself sent off. Come back from injury. I say how good it is for him to be back, and he's going to miss the second leg either way. Ah, that is not good. Alright, so what we're going to do now, we're going to have to do the only logical thing that I can see, and that is drop Saidi back and actually take him off the pitch completely and bring on Werner. And we're going to, oh no, wait, and put Sanchez in the centre of the park, because we don't need him on the left more than the right. But yeah, that's how we're going to do. I guess if we could walk away with this now with a 1-0 defeat, it would be pretty good. You know what? I think that's what's going to happen. Not bad. That is not bad. 1-0 defeat to Dynamo. We didn't look out of it completely. They had them free click opportunities at the first half. But apart from that, they didn't have them. Maybe it was Albi's mistake. Like I say, he got a 5.8, but I didn't see a blatant mistake there from him. No comment on the red card right now. But yeah, you know what? I think we can still fight back from this. It's 1-0. We're at home. As I said, they looked like they were weaker at home in the previous round. I mean, away from home in the previous round. So that could be something we could use for our advantage. I actually don't know if we're playing at home in this round. I think the rule changes because in the second qualifying phase, there's a minimum capacity or seating capacity your ground needs to have. In the third qualifying phase, I think that capacity or the minimum capacity increases. And I don't think our stadium matches that. So we may be playing at a slightly different ground. We'll have to wait and see. It isn't over yet. It's only half time. I'm very impressed. Task even harder. I'm going to say no comment for the red card. I don't really want to discuss that. You know what? No comment on him either. I didn't think he was particularly great. He did miss a few chances. And we'll just issue him a warning. I think he was just over-eager, and I can sort of understand it. But of course, it's a massive blow because he's out of the next tie. And that's not what we need. You know, that's the last thing we want, a sending off. So anyway, I'll meet you guys back for the second leg momentarily. Okay, guys, so we're here at the second leg now, and I want to quickly talk about something before we go into the team selection and stuff like that. For the first time ever, I've been able to offer, you know, bonuses that you get for winning competitions. I've never been able to offer one for winning a continental competition before, because we've never been, of course, at this stage in the competition. And what I normally do, and what I've done since I've pretty much been here, or, you know, since I started winning the league really regularly, and the cup competitions, is make the money won in them competitions low. It's not because I don't, you know, I don't think it's worthwhile paying out your players. You should. It gives them a great incentive to play well. But the thing is, being a club that wants to use its money wisely, paying out players who are already paid a wage, to me, I might as well put that to low. I mean, okay, they moan about it sometimes. I see people when they go on their information and their personal, problems or maybe preferences or things like that. It says that they're unhappy that they have a low bonus. But to me, it's a way of saving money. But this year, because I'm in this stage of the competition, I'm able to offer one in the Champions League. So I put that one to high, which means it's the only one out of the 3 out of the Domestic League, Domestic Cup and the Continental Competition. It's the only one out of the 3 which is on high. So maybe that'll give them a little bit more incentive going into this match to play well. Money talks. Let's hope it happens today. Also, we're at home, but when I put home in brackets, we're actually at Europa Point, which for those of you who don't know is a Gibraltar national team stadium. Nothing to do with the Team Europa Point. And it's 10,000 people here today because it is a 10,000-seater stadium. So it's really good. We have a capacity stadium. I don't know how many of them are home or away fans. It's probably about half Dynamo fans, half our fans. But that's still really, really nice to see that we can fill out the Gibraltar national team stadium. Because I would like to actually, maybe if it was possible in the game to move there, if to build a stadium, one day, if we can fill out our crowd, which doesn't seem too far-fetched currently because we do fill out a decent amount of Victoria Stadium. But let's go into the team, of course. Morgan is out. Actually, we can actually put people on the bench. So let's do that right now. I'm going to actually get rid of Carroll. So, with Morgan suspended, it does mean Werner comes back into the team in that ball-winning midfielder defend role. We're going to keep the back four the same as it was in the previous match. I didn't think there was anything too bad. Like I say, Albi had that bad performance, but overall, it didn't seem like he did anything too bad, but his rating kept going down. But I'm still fully confident in him that he can perform well. Alvaro and Miller both being on the bench and both being in a decent condition means they could feature in the game at some point. Maybe for the last 20-25 minutes if we're still at 0-0 on the day and 1-0 down on aggregate, there could be someone that can come on, especially Alvaro. He could be someone that could come on and influence the game quite a bit. So we'll have to wait and see. There's been a bit of a change to the tactic as well. This is the same tactic or the same sort of basic tactic I used in the last match, but the mentality, the shape I should say, has gone to fluid instead of flexible, and the tempo has increased a little from much lower to lower. Apart from that, it's the only changes tactically, and the only change team-wise, so let's go into that. I like the Dynamo side today. This is Jamie Lopez again, and believes he should be able to secure a win against Gibraltar United. So apparently we're against it. The odds are against us. They've gone out here with a 4-3-3-4-5-1 variation. Let's have a look. So you apply that, Portela, and let's go. Come on, Gibraltar United, in front of a massive attendance today. Probably one of the largest seen, if not the largest seen, in Gibraltar's history as a domestic team. And as I say, don't concede instantly. I really like how packed this stadium is, and it's 2 stands of our own fans, which means clearly a lot of people have come to watch us play, not Dynamo fans come to watch them play. And it's Tokic who caused us all them problems in the first leg, just walking through really unopposed, not much of a challenge there from him, and he's burst through the defence and he's managed just to miss that one. Dynamo looking very good so far, having a lot of the ball. We've been brought down in their half. Here's Moody playing it to Ojeda. Ojeda to Said to Sanchez. The shot was blocked. Very unlucky. Apparently that was a clear opportunity, but very unfortunate there not to get that shot away on target, because it looked like it was quite dangerous, had a lot of power on it. But of course the block killed that one. Unlucky. Looks like quite a tense game, quite a close game. Another highlight, 41st minute, so this could be a goal just before half-time, hopefully, or hopefully we prevent any possible chance from Dynamo, who are building up play very slowly here, but now they've turned it on. Now they've moving forward quickly. Imbondo trying to get a challenge in. He's been pulled out of position. A lot of space on that left-hand side. Crosses the far post. Oh my God. Almost an own goal there. Everything almost went wrong there. Hit the bar. The defender cleared it against the keeper who had his back to him. Could have easily have gone in his own goal, but somehow we survived that one. It's Moody through on goal. Oh, he's missed a chance. Oh my God. Moody's just missed a sitter of a chance. That would probably be one of the best chances we will get all game long. That is not what we need to see. Perez also gets yellow carded, but oh my God, we are so unlucky there not to have scored and not to be at 1-1. Not getting the away goal does make it dangerous. If Dynamo score, I would say that's game over because we'd have to score 3, but very unlucky there not to get that goal and pull ourselves back on level terms on aggregate. Dynamo now building up play again, and this is where they're going to find the space, and they do, and it does. They do score, and I think that is sadly game over. I'm going to make some subs. We're going to bring Alvaro on. And we're also going to bring Miller on for Saidi. Just, just to see what happens. We're going to go attacking. Maybe I could have done that from the start. I don't know. But, you know, it's unlucky. You know, it's unlucky. We could have scored with Moody. We didn't take that chance. Now we find ourselves 2-0 down on aggregate. Moody, yet again, wasting the opportunity. Should be scoring that one. He's 1-on-1 with Williams. He did it in the previous game against HJK just before half-time. Unable to do it in this one. Ojeda to Miller. Still in the ball for dangerous area. And Sanchez, again, somehow not getting that ball in the back of the net. The goalkeeper has performed, had some great saves. That one there with Sanchez was really good. But, my God, we've had chances in this match. We've not taken them. It's top kick, and they've passed it around brilliantly there, and I thought it was a great save from Smith, but I guess it just hit the post. Oh man, that's so disappointing. We do not look out of place against Dynamo, it's just we've not taken the chances when they've fallen to us. Oh no, good tackle, and they missed the rebound. That top kick for them up front looks like he's the key man, he carries that team, because all chances seem to fall for him. And he seems to look very dangerous going forward. Here's Alvaro whipping this one in, and we do get a goal back. It is Moody. There is 30 minutes left in this game. That is still enough time to get 3 goals. Hell, it only takes a second to score. You know, anything could happen. You could score 3 goals in 3 minutes. And Alvaro, a lot of space on that side. With the quality he has, you'd expect him to cross it in and, you know, find a red and white shirt. And Moody makes up for a few missed mistakes earlier, I guess, scoring that one. But I don't really know. Let's go into the instructions. Play with a higher tempo, lads. Let me do a team talk as well. Let me encourage them. I don't think that's really going to do anything because time is flying now. We scored that goal, and Dynamo were just like, yeah, we're not gonna play anymore. We're just gonna make it really, really hard and frustrating for you. Here's Tokic with a free kick. Oh my God, almost scoring. That guy just seems so good. Without him, I don't think Dynamo would be where in the position they currently are. Here's Sanchez with a free kick from us, not really doing anything. And that is it. That is the game. We have sadly drawn to Dynamo on the day, which isn't enough. Sanchez had a shocker up front for us, apparently. Missing, of course, a few chances. Moody missed a few as well, but did eventually score. But at that point, it was already game over once they got that away goal, which is such a shame. It really is. But we look at the bright side. We're getting money, and we're also going into the Europa League. So we're going to have a look at that. Hopefully, we'll get a draw soon. So skip all the international junk and stuff. Yep, alright, we've been defeated. Of course, that's a shame, but we didn't look too bad, you know. £336,000 from getting up to this stage. Previously, it was like 224,000. We get like an additional £112,000 just for reaching this stage of the competition. So that is really good. Our balance has almost gone over to £1 million for the first time in 2 years. So that's brilliant. You know, it's really important that that's happened, and also our 160,000. Now, I don't know when the Europa League draw is. We're going to have to try and find that one out. We do have a friendly against AEK coming up, which hopefully will give us, again, a little bit of money, a bit like the Panathinaikos game. I think it's Panathinaikos. Yeah, it was Panathinaikos game earlier in the season. Record attendance for us, of course, our maximum has only ever been 5,000 due to our home capacity, but 10,000 there for that game is a record high, and also a record gate receipts. The highest ever before was 40,000. We picked up £190,000 just for that game alone. Oh my God, we need to get a new stadium because we're missing out on so much money by not playing there in the Champions League regularly. Because we pretty much get a maximum capacity in our home ground of 2,000 in the first qualifying phase. Yeah, Fernandez can go out on loan, I guess. Go play him, Gibraltar Scorpions. I think he went there last year, Gibraltar Scorpions. I could be wrong. But I'd like him to get first team football somewhere, you know. I'd like him to play football if he possibly could. When is Europa League draw? Because it needs to be soon. Because I've got a squad registration coming up, and I don't know who I'm going to be playing. And also, look at that. On that Saturday, I've got the Lincoln Gibraltar game in the Pepe Reyes Cup. So it's almost the start of the season for me, you know, domestically. So it's the first time I've ever been this close to the domestic season since when we've been knocked out of the Champions League or something. But there's the Europa League playoff. I meant to say playoff before. I said first round earlier. Yeah, you can go out to Cannons and play football. Alright, so we've not been seeded for this draw, so as a result, we will get a really tough team. The groups, as you see, there are a lot more groups this round. Chelsea are in the draw. Jesus Christ. Celtic. So we could potentially be getting Nats from France, National de Madarina, I believe. I don't know. I don't really know. From Portugal, or Celtic from Scotland. Ideally, I'd get Nats, I'd want to say, or one of these two teams, apart from Scotland. But, you know, either way, we're going to get a tough team. We're going to have to play really well. So let's just see what we get. You know, let's continue to draw. Hearts, Chelsea. God, Hearts cannot catch a break. They got knocked out to Galatasaray. Now they play Chelsea. They could not get tougher draws for them. I feel sorry for them. So we don't get Celtic. That's something, I guess. Benfica, bam. Inter Milan were in this draw. A lot of really big teams in this draw. So we're at home first. We know that for a fact. Who could we potentially be getting? We know who actually we're getting. We're getting the Portuguese team, which is great. Nacional de Madeira, I believe it's pronounced. Again, I'll probably get you guys to help me out with that one before I record that. But yeah, Europa League playoff. We're going to be playing at the Europa Point for the first game as well, so it's probably another 10,000 people rocking up, which would be really good. The Europa League games are not until the start of the season. We're going to it not being favourites, but I don't think the odds are as bad as they were against Dynamo. 3-1 to win the home game and 9-2 to win the away game. So, not particularly great odds, but you know what? We've got a chance, I feel. Morgan will be back for that game. In fact, everyone will be fully fit for that game, so we'll probably end up playing people like Alvaro in the midfield and Morgan in midfield. And you know, in fact, let's have a look at what our potential strongest team would probably look like. I put the wrong person in there. And probably Miller up front as well. That would probably be our strongest team. And you know what? It doesn't look too bad. You know, I'm sure we can give them a run for their money. In fact, let me go on them quickly. Do they have any role players? I do have the Portuguese League open, I believe. So, team report, please, on the senior squad. Oh no, I need to scout a team report, don't I? Get a team report on a senior squad. Who's my best scout? I have no idea. I keep forgetting. Let's get Gavin Jones to do it. I think he's good. I vaguely remember a Welsh guy being pretty good at doing them. Oh, we've got an interview to do. Hopefully it's about the Europa League. Probably be like, oh, you had a tough draw. Oh no, Gary Monk wants to sign Pete Moody. Jesus Christ, Derby want to sign our players. That just shows the quality of some of our players. Derby County want to get them. But I'm afraid he's not for sale. That's why I just completely blanked that. You know, I have no interest in selling my better players right now. Unless I could find someone equally as good, which I don't think I could right now. So, team report has been done. We know they're available scoutable player. I mean, loanable players. And they're better than most of our players as it is. So, I think that just says the quality of player we're going to come up against. Although according to this, they're not very good. I don't know how true this is. Let me actually go on the report and compare that to my team. Actually, see, yeah, because yeah. Let me go on schedule. No, let me go on team report, senior squad summary. No, squad depth. That's what I want to go on. Current ability compared to people of Gibraltar United. So according to Gibraltar United, we have James Frimpong, who would be a beast for us. Well, apparently they'd all be really, really good for our team. So, yeah, that's kind of worrying. But you know what? Dynamo were apparently a team who had really good players in them, and we put in a good display. Apparently they've got some solid centre mids at this team, which I don't doubt being Portuguese. They probably can produce a lot of good players. But you know, we'll give it our best go, and we know that we're potentially one step away from a group stage, which is just really, really good. Either way, guys, meet you back for that game, and until then, peace out.